Today we are in beautiful Castries, St. Lucia. Yeah. Mr. Emmanuel, the CEO of the St. Lucia Citizenship by Investment Unit. Thank you so much for seeing us and taking time out of your busy schedule to have this short conversation.
Sure, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Before I get into citizenship, I just want to talk a little bit about St. Lucia. We arrived this morning. We took a really nice drive to our hotel on the northern part of the island. And, I've seen a lot of beautiful developments, just very beautiful nature, the buildings. I mean, give us a little bit of the insights into the development here, the things that are going on. I mean,
Yes. I mean, St. Lucia is a wonderful country. And I say that not because I'm a proud St. Lucian, which I am, but because St. Lucia has grown tremendously over the last few years. We're the largest currency, with the largest economy in the Eastern Caribbean. We have the largest tourism proposition. For the last 10 plus years, we've been the world's leading honeymoon destination. We have lots of hotel rooms, diversified hotels, range from family to couples to adventure to ultra luxury, particularly in the south of the island, like Soufrière. So you have the award-winning Jade Mountain. You have the Ladera Hotel. You have a lot of great hotels in the south. You are in the north. In the north, it's like our tourism hub, where we have the greatest concentration of hotels with various good brands. And we have a marina. You have lots of restaurants and nightlife. So our South Beach is the north, the Rodney Bay area of which you're staying. Apart from that, we have a rich history of being British and French 7 times each. And we have Nobel laureates too, which makes us have the most per capita in the world. We could boast of having the Olympic gold medalists for the women's 100 meters in Julian Alfred. So there's a lot of things to be proud of in St. Lucia. So we are proud people, and our offering for citizenship by investment is just one of the many things we can offer to the world.
And speaking of citizenship by investment, can you tell us a bit about the routes, the different options? How could a foreigner really become a citizen of St. Lucia and then, contribute to the economy and the country?
We have 4 qualifying investment options, which would be the donation to the National Economic Fund, a purchase of government bonds, a real estate investment, and also the enterprise. So any of these 4 options, they feature different properties, and I think they target various segments in the market. There are persons who want to invest into a real estate option and have the ability to come to enjoy the timeshare space or get a return on their investment. They have some who have the excess liquidity and can invest in a government bond, which is 0 rated. However, you get your principal payment back. You have persons who want to donate, to the National Economic Fund, which funds go towards national development, creating social safety nets and ensuring that the most vulnerable are taken care for. And then you have the enterprise, which allows the government to advertise various needs in the country, whether it be pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, and find investment directed towards that particular objective. So on their routes, we have a very robust due diligence process, which encompasses third-party checks, law enforcement of various levels, FIA checks, interviews. So it is all-encompassing because we try to ensure that we have a full KYC of each applicant before they go to the board for consideration. And we take pride in that. And we take pride in going beyond the passport. So we always tell people that St. Lucia is not a passport destination. Our program is not built or to be defined by how many visa-free access countries we can enjoy, but rather what St. Lucia has to offer. So we want to visit, invest, build, establish yourself in St. Lucia. We have direct flights to all of the major cities in the world. So daily we have flights to Miami, New York, Atlanta, Canada, London. We have regional airlift. We have some of the most popular cruise spots in St. Lucia. We have a growing tourism product. We have a great Airbnb space, a buoyant market that is filled with capacity to do even more. So I think this makes us an awesome destination. So I think as a St. Lucian, we want to offer that experience to potential citizens.
That is more than citizenship, exactly.
Indeed.
And that's the message.
Indeed.
That's the message. Regarding second citizenship, last year in July, there was the price increase, the threshold increase, where all the 5 Caribbean countries agreed to obviously revamp the whole framework about the citizenship.
Yes.
How important was it to raise that minimal threshold across the region to $200,000 and obviously to increase the due diligence levels, and to reshape the regulatory framework? How important is it for the integrity of the program?
I think after all, we want persons to go beyond the passport, and that includes investing in the country. And as you raise the thresholds, obviously you will attract a different segment of the market, a segment that would have more disposable income and more capacity to do that very investment we are looking for post approval of your application for citizenship. So by virtue of that, we now will put a laser focus on that segment, and hopefully we can grow the country for these individuals, these citizens now contributing meaningfully to the country and not just enjoying, the fringe benefits of being a St. Lucian, of which we have no problem. I mean, once you're honest, hardworking, and you have applied and gone through the full process, we appreciate you. But if our trust to go beyond the passport, we have an added focus on seeing persons who can contribute to St. Lucia's national development become part of our family.
Mm-hmm. And specifically addressing the concerns of from the European Union and other third countries, partners of St. Lucia, there's obviously been some concern between some individuals.
Yes.
And how secure you, or how do you feel that this increase in the threshold, the revamped regulatory framework, I mean, does this do enough to address these concerns? And going forward, how confident are you that St. Lucia will be able to alleviate any concerns from the European side?
This would require continuous improvement, continuous dialogue. So I don't think there's ever going to be actionable items you do and then you fully satisfy our stakeholders. However, we believe that transparency is important in the process. So we communicate with them. It's an ongoing communication, and we tweak our processes and our procedures and our policies each and every period upon review or feedback to ensure that we can be ahead of the curve. So by having raised the minimum threshold, volumes may decline, for instance, and the volumes have been a concern by some of the stakeholders. That's one. By adding layers to our due diligence, including interviews and having the FIA, which is the financial intelligence agencies of the respective countries, vet each applicant. This provides an opportunity to go through a database of that applicant that was not necessarily reviewed in previous applications. So not only now we understand, not only now we assess you for law enforcement and criminal checks, but whether you involve in any money laundering, terrorist financing, or any watch list, sanction list. So that's also important. So we hope that in its totality, all of these little changes and tweaks and improvements can provide some level of confidence to our stakeholders that we are running the programs in the Caribbean, and for me more so in St. Lucia, as we're supposed to.
I know that we as Globevisa, we've been working very closely with the unit of St. Lucia, with you. And we have a conference coming up in October in Singapore, the Globevisa Global Citizen Conference. It will be from the 22nd to the 24th of October.
Yes.
And we will personally would love to welcome you and to see you there and the wider St. Lucian Citizenship by Investment team.
October is a special month for me. It's my birthday month. So, I mean, I would definitely love to take part of that period to come join your team and to speak about St. Lucia and what we have to offer as a beautiful territory. And you count me in, I'll be there.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll see you there.